like to welcome you to Behind the Barricade, a wrestling fans podcast. Yes, it is finally here. We are now recording our first episode right after WrestleMania. Me and Sudds thought this would be a perfect time to introduce our show to you. And I'd like to say this has been a dream of mine and Sudds for about a year now, and I very appreciate everybody listening, and we are very excited to get going. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host, Sudds.
Hello.
Hey, Sudds, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, it's a great week to start our podcast, the biggest week in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So let's just get right into it. So first, we're going to like to break down the Hall of Fame, which happened on Friday night. And all in all, I thought it was another great Hall of Fame, other than the fact that they always go on a little too long, in my opinion, but nothing WWE can do about that. They got to let the people talk for as long as they want.
Yeah.
And we'll start off with the first inductee, Diamond Dallas Page. And Suds, what did you think about Eric Bischoff introducing DDP?
I thought it was great. It was great. Bischoff was the perfect person to introduce DDP.
Yeah, exactly. Like Bischoff said, there's only one other person that could have done that, and that would have been the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. But unfortunately, he is no longer with us. But Eric Bischoff, of course, the second best choice for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so when DDP came out, you know, he got a great ovation. It was about time that he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Which I like about the WWE Hall of Fame is they introduce people that have made their career outside of the WWE.
Yeah, it does. Anywhere, as long as you made an impact, Vince will want you in there.
Yeah, of course. DDP, of course, now has his DDP Yoga, and he has his documentary Jake the Snake, so perfect time for him to go in. He's in a great point of his life, and I'm happy that DDP is now a WWE Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, next, we had another controversial figure introduce somebody, more controversial than Eric Bischoff, in my opinion, which is hard to do. And that was the Jim Cornette introducing the Rock and Roll Express. And what were your expectations of Jim Cornette coming into the speech?
Well, I think myself and everybody thought he was just going to shoot on something. And but he was fairly tame for Jim Cornette.
Yeah, everybody was expecting Jim Cornette to come out and do what he does on his podcast and, you know, tell it how it is. But you know what? He did a great job. He focused it on the Rock and Roll Express, which is really what needed to be done here.
Absolutely. His rivals, the Rock and Roll Express, because when he was managing the Midnight Express back in the day.
Yes, that's right. And what did you think of the Rock and Roll Express's speech?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yes, I thought it was good as well. Just, you know, they kind of lost track of what they were saying, and they just kind of just started waving at their friends in the crowd, which I found kind of funny.
Yeah, it was funny for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it was a great speech. They definitely deserve to be in there. One of the greatest tag teams of all time.
Yeah.
Now coming up is one of your favorites.
Absolutely.
Introduced by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Rick Rude. So just
that is ravishing Rick Rude.
The ravishing Rick Rude, yes. What would you like to say about him?
Rick Rude is great. That's all you need to know. Rick Rude Rude is great, and he wore the best tights.
He did. He really did. He had the best tights in the business with the women's faces on them. Even better when there was men's faces on them. I'd also like to say that his son, who made a great speech about his dad, is freaking huge.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, no, they did a great job, and I'm glad Rick Rude's finally in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no doubt.
Next, we had Natty introducing Beth Phoenix, and we got to learn a little bit about the friendship between Natty and Beth, and what'd you think about Natty's induction speech for Beth?
Yeah, Natty's was great. It was really like she was inducting her sister. It was straight from the heart. They are very close. The reason Beth Phoenix actually started wrestling was because of Bret Hart and Owen Hart, which are Natty's uncles. So that was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really great. Natty really spoke from the heart. I remember when she inducted Alundra Blaze, and it just seemed more scripted.
Yeah.
And just she was reading off the script, and Natty was really speaking from the heart here with Beth Phoenix, and I really enjoyed her induction speech for her.
And the best part was
My
when
man.
Tony Chimmel came out and introduced Beth Phoenix's husband, Edge.
Who might have got a bigger pop than she did.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was the moment of the night.
Yeah, that was the moment of the night. Tony Chimmel's the man. I've always been a huge fan of Tony Chimmel. Is one of my favorite ring announcers of all time.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see him to make an appearance on that night.
Yeah, no, that was amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Next, we had the Ultimate Warrior Award to Eric Legrand, which is a very special moment. And what did you think of Dana's speech for Eric?
Yeah, Dana's was good. It was not as long as usual, which is good. She shortened it this time. And, Eric Legrand, it's nice that he gets to be in the Hall of Fame because he's always been a huge wrestling fan. He's had a tough few years for sure. And it's just good for him to get the recognition. He's working so hard to be able to just hopefully walk in the future, but even now he's really not even. They thought he wouldn't even be able to like move at all or eat at all, but he is doing great.
Oh yeah, that's great. I think he'll walk one day. He has the determination.
Me too.
So I want to stick on this for a second. What do you like? I agree, Dana Warrior should come out and speak, but what do you think about having a second inductee for the Warrior Award person selected by like Eric Legrand? Like, let's say he wanted Triple H to come out and say something. What do you think about having another person doing that?
I think that'd be fine, but it's the Warrior Award, so I think having Dana Warrior is.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense.
Oh yeah, definitely makes sense. But just every other Hall of Famer gets to choose who inducts them.
Yeah, that's true for sure.
Yeah, it's just a thought to think about. Like Dana Warrior, of course, it's the Warrior Award. So
yeah.
Just a thought. Maybe even have a superstar come out with them or something.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that for sure.
Then we had the main event of the evening. Of course, it had John Cena involved, so there you go there. So Kurt Angle is finally back home in the WWE, and he was inducted into the 2017 Hall of Fame by John Cena. And there was many choices of people that could have inducted inducted Kurt.
Yeah.
But John was the one, and what do you think about that?
Again, he was the perfect person to induct Kurt.
Yeah, he really was. Other than Stone Cold Steve Austin, really, it had to be John Cena.
Yeah.
Stone Cold would have been cool just because it was Stone Cold.
Exactly.
They're both bald guys, and they had great segments together over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, but John Cena had the best speech in my opinion because it didn't go too long. He was straight to the point. It wasn't about him, and he brought out Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I'd agree for sure.
Yeah. Listen, Kurt Angle, one of the best athletes of all time in general, and then he won Olympic gold medal, and then he switched over to the WWE and had one of the best careers he could have.
So natural, so fast. It was crazy.
Yeah, he could do anything in the ring. He could jump off the top rope. He could wrestle with you. He could punch. He could do a hardcore match. He could do really anything.
He can do comedy.
He could do comedy. He could do comedy with the best of them. He's one of the best promo men in the business.
Yeah.
And you guys may realize that we just did Kurt Angle before we did Teddy Long. That's just because Teddy Long was not a wrestler, and we'd like to put him last because he did everything. Unlike people that are on this list today, Teddy Long did everything in the business, from put up the ring to manage to taking bumps in the ring to refereeing, and just Teddy Long did everything, and he was introduced by his great friends, the APA.
Yeah, Teddy Long is amazing. He is a terrible dancer, which makes him awesome at it.
Well, as soon as you hear his music, you got to dance like him, though. Like it's
absolutely. But yeah, he really deserves it because, yeah, like you said, he's done everything you can possibly do in the wrestling business, and he the longest reigning SmackDown general manager. It was like 8 years or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, there's back in the day watching SmackDown. It wasn't good unless Teddy Long was out there introducing a tag team match.
Absolutely,
for the main event,
or one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Leia, holla, holla, holla! Congratulations, Teddy. All right, so after the Hall of Fame, we woke up Saturday morning and it was time for NXT Takeover Orlando. And overall, this was another great takeover. It was a great wrestling show. It didn't have many segments. It was just a great wrestling show all in all.
Yeah, takeovers are always very good. Get you hyped for the main show the next day, which happened to be WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, it's a show that shows you the first wrestling of the weekend, and it really starts off the weekend right. Yeah. So the first match was the men on women's sanity versus Roderick Strong, Ty Dillinger, Ruby Riott, and who's the other person again?
It was a surprise opponent because
earlier
in the day, No Way Jose got taken out by Eric Young of Sanity. So they said they had to find a partner, and that partner was...
Oh, no.
Cassius Ohno.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, it was great to put him on the card. Too bad No Way Jose couldn't have a match, but...
Yeah.
Ohno just came back, and he wasn't a featured item on this card, so really good way to get him in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about... Sorry, go ahead.
No, just there was a really, really cool spot where Nikki Cross started attacking Ty.
Yeah.
And then Ruby Riott gets on the shoulders of Killian Dane.
Yes.
There's just some really cool parts of that. And Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross, they are, just say it nicely, psychotic.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have a match of the year. At an upcoming takeover, I can feel it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They'll just stiff the hell out of each other because both of them both took some pretty hard bumps during that match, and we've seen what they can do.
Yep.
Next, we had the NXT Tag Team Title match, which, in my opinion, was the best match of the night.
Oh, I would agree 100%. It's crazy. Just going back to the last match.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The winners of the match.
Right, yeah. So we had Sanity going over.
Yeah.
Just like everybody says, a great group of individuals can never beat a solid team. So Sanity's going to be running roughshod around NXT until they get called up, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And they will all be holding titles at one time together.
That'd be great. They are so dominant. They really deserve it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, yes, going to the match of the night, in our opinion, the triple threat elimination match for the NXT Tag Team titles. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I would 100% agree. Those three teams together, they put on a clinic. Like, it's insane. They always put on, 5-star matches. They're so good.
One thing I didn't like was when DIY got eliminated first, the crowd started booing and turning on AOP.
Yeah.
Author's Pain, that is. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, DIY, they are fan favorites. And it sucks for them to be eliminated first, but it's fine.
Somebody had to.
So yeah, exactly. Somebody had to.
And I think AOP and Revival put on a hell of a match after that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we should say it was elimination. Yeah.
Yes, it was an elimination match. And we also were introduced to the new tag team titles before the match.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, definitely the titles needed an upgrade because all the titles right now in WWE are being upgraded, so that has to include NXT.
Yeah, it's kind of a new era of NXT.
Yes, that is definitely what's going on right now.
And in the tag match, there's a really cool spot where the Revival and DIY were both working together, trying to eliminate the giant Authors of Pain. It was just great storytelling because they, in the past, would always try and basically kill each other. And it was just really cool to see them working together, doing
each other's finishers.
Each other's finishers on the author's paint. It was just really cool, and they are so good. They all deserve to be called up very shortly.
Yeah, so once they get called up, the tag team divisions of WWE are just going to be skyrocketed. And in my opinion, these three, definitely DIY and Revival brought tag team wrestling back to a high.
Yes, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. Next, we were introduced to the mythical Aleister Black. We were seeing segments on NXT about him being brought to the light, I guess, because he was putting his hands through fire.
Yeah.
And, man, that guy has a lot of tattoos, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he has a great look, though.
Oh, yeah, it's a great look. The face on his back, it all seems to be turning into, like, one tattoo. It's kind of what he's going for there.
Yeah.
Man, and then we got to see him finally work in the ring on the Saturday, and it was just blew my mind, the stuff he was doing.
Yeah, no, he was solid.
The one spot that has me when looked like he was going to go over the top rope and do a tope suicida, but then he did a backflip and then sat down.
Yeah, like meditated in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Dude is crazy.
I don't know if you saw after he beat Andrade, that Andrade went out on the town in Orlando and was putting pictures on Instagram with women and stuff like that.
I saw that, yeah, and then they had a story on him where he should really be concentrating on, or he should really be mad about losing, but instead goes out on the town anyways.
Yeah, well, he looks like a male stripper, so, you know.
He really does.
Yeah. But I like that they're finally inflicting a story that he's not caring about his work, because right now he's not working too well and he's losing. So
yeah, exactly.
Then we had the NXT Women's match for the title, Asuka versus Ember Moon. And then again, before the match, we were introduced to the new Women's Championship.
Yeah, I like all the new titles. It works.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The men and the women's look a lot alike, but the X in the middle for the men is gold, and then for the women it's silver.
Yeah.
It's very nice. So what did you think of the match, Asuka, Ember Moon?
I thought it was solid. Asuka is always amazing. Ember Moon is good. Ember Moon's finisher, the Eclipse, which is she jumps from the top rope and then does a stunner. It's amazing. But she was trying to get it off throughout the entire match, but Asuka wouldn't let her, and that's probably why Asuka came out on top.
That and throwing the referee in front of Ember Moon.
And throwing the ref, for sure. Because she was probably afraid of taking the Eclipse, because it is devastating.
Yeah, I like that they protected the move.
Yeah.
Like, Asuka didn't take it and kick out of it. Like, she hasn't taken it yet. So people can say, well, so as soon as Asuka takes the Eclipse, the title will be Ember Moon's.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so the match was okay.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do, was show Asuka's dominance, and then show a little bit of a heel side of Asuka coming out, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, all in all, it did what it needed to do, and Asuka's going to be dominant through NXT for the next year until she gets called up.
Yeah. Until Ember Moon probably takes the belt off of her.
Yeah, I'd say Ember Moon's going to be the next champion.
Possibly.
Followed by Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Nikki Cross for sure.
Yeah, Nikki Cross has got about another 2 years down in NXT. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's got tons of time to be champ.
Definitely. So
then before we had the main event, we got a shot of the crowd, and who was sitting there other than Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, he got released in 2014 and then went all over the world and was just amazing.
And TNA World Champion?
Yeah. He was the Vince McMahon's chosen one. I don't think he'll be the chosen one anymore, but he is very solid nonetheless, and he is definitely a future NXT champion. Oh,
yes, that's for sure. And anybody out there, he has one of the best theme songs from WWE, so if you go search up Drew McIntyre WWE theme song, one of the best going. I hope they bring that back for him.
Yeah, I hope so too, but they might be trying the whole new era thing.
Yeah, that is true. So Drew got a front row seat for the main event of the evening. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode for, again, the new NXT World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, Bobby Roode with the best theme song in all of sports.
Yeah, all of sports in general, Bobby Roode is very solid, and he's pulling off his gimmick really well right now. You can truly tell that he believes everything that he's saying.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And he is really enjoying being the NXT champion, and I think he'll be the champion for quite a while longer.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to take it off of him yet, but he's groomed to be champion for quite a while down there.
Yeah, definitely.
So, what'd you think of the match in general?
Again, it was solid. Shinsuke is amazing. Bobby Roode is very solid. I thought it was good. They faced each other quite a bit now, though.
Yeah, it was getting a little stale.
Yeah, and so Shinsuke was on his way out of NXT.
Yep. I almost find... Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I almost find that's the problem with NXT with their World Championship. If you look back even from Finn and Kevin Owens,
yeah,
is that they have like 3 or 4 matches together for the championship.
Yeah.
And then, it moves on to the next one. They have 3 or 4 matches. So almost by the end of their feud, it's getting a little stale.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the fans can almost predict, like, around SummerSlam time, Royal Rumble time, WrestleMania time, that, he's going to lose, he's going to go to the main roster.
Yeah, they have done the same thing, but I think...
Not saying that it's a bad thing. Like, they're having great matches. But...
Yeah. And I think they could change that in the future.
Yeah, because one of the things I liked when Kevin Owens debuted, he debuted with the NXT Championship.
Yeah.
So it was very unpredictable that he was debuting.
Oh, for sure.
But not so unpredictable that he was going to lose it to Finn.
Yeah, no, that's true. And going back to Asuka, I think she should do the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah. I agree, and not lose it, but she should just give it to Regal and say, "I'm done with here. I'm moving up. I'm moving up to bigger and better things."
Yeah, just vacate the title, go to Maine, and probably win their championship.
Oh yeah, probably first night. I can see that.
Yeah.
And so, all in all, great pay-per-view as always. And do you have any other comments from NXT TakeOver Orlando?
No, other than they have a takeover in like a month.
Yeah, May 20th.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
So they're gonna get right back into it, which is great.
Yeah, we don't get 3 or 4 weeks to tape stuff from Orlando.
Yeah.
Due to the fact they were already there, so they just went. They did a show from the Amway Center last night, and then they'll be doing their tapings from Full Sail soon enough.
Yeah.
So that's great. NXT's in a great place, and so moving on to WrestleMania 33. And boy, let me tell you, that ramp was long.
80 yards.
Yeah. The longest ramp in the history of WrestleMania. And just the set this year was probably one of the best sets I've ever seen. Don't you agree? Oh,
it was crazy. It looked like they spent, I don't even know, so much money on it, and it looked amazing. There was a roller coaster. There was like the Universal Earth
Studios
thing. Yeah, no, It was insane. So much pyro as well. It was amazing. The best set I've ever seen.
They had a ring on top of a ring, ladies and gentlemen.
It was crazy.
All wrestling fans had the idea, like, they're going to take the match up top, but they never did during the night, unfortunately.
No.
So we'll start off with the pre-show, and the first match of the evening was for the Cruiserweight Championship. We had Austin Aries going against the champion, the king of the Cruiserweights, Adrian. Oh, no, he's not Adrian Neville anymore. Sorry, he's Neville.
Yeah, Neville. Neville is doing great work right now. Austin Aries is amazing, but so a little while ago, Austin Aries had an eye injury. So then near the end of this match, Neville targeted the eyes, and that kind of threw off Austin Aries for a little bit.
Yeah, it's been funny because if you've been watching 205 Live or the Cruiserweights on Raw, and Austin Aries was doing color commentary, and when they'd ask him, what would you do in this situation? He's like, I just thumb him in the eye.
Exactly, and then he got thumbed in the eye.
Yeah, ironically enough, Austin Aries lost by getting a thumb in the eye. But no, yeah, it was a great first match. Cruiserweights put on a great show, and just because it was on the pre-show doesn't mean anything anymore due to the fact of the WWE Network, and majority of the fans are there by then anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, no, cruiserweights are always solid, like you said. And Neville is still the champion, which was kind of a surprise, but I guess not really, just because of how well he's doing as champion.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, if Austin didn't beat him, he's showing how dominant he is, and if he'll ever lose that that 205 Cruiserweight Championship will be interesting to see when and how that is done.
Yeah.
Next, we had the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Rumble Battle Royal gimmick Gronk showing up match going on craziness.
Yeah, it's so it's always fun. It's obviously not like a good match or anything, but it's always fun.
Time filler, if you will.
Yeah, and like you said, so Mojo Rawley is in it. He is very good friends with Rob Gronkowski. So yeah, near the end of the match, because we don't really need to go over the entire thing, Jinder Mahal and Mojo both go outside, but through the middle rope, so they're not eliminated. So then Jinder Mahal gets up in Rob Gronkowski's face, throws his beer at him, and then Gronk jumps out, comes over, goes in the ring after a little bit.
Huge.
Yeah, and goes for the tackle on Jinder Mahal.
Solid tackle.
Yeah, solid tackle. And then Jinder Mahal was eliminated. And Mojo Rawley is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
Yeah, the best thing out of that match, other than Gronk coming in with beer soaked all over him and tackling Jinder Mahal, was Mojo got his moment, which he deserves. He's been working hard. He's been working hard since NXT, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, it was really cool. It's good for him.
Yeah, he was down in NXT for a long time.
Yeah.
Not sure where he was going. Then they got the Hype Bros together with Zack Ryder. Then they come up, they start being built as a big tag team, and Zack gets hurt. So then Mojo's lost in the shuffle a little bit. You know what? He got his WrestleMania moment, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. He's not so hyped anymore, but he likes to say Mojo rising, and I think Mojo is rising up the card.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure. So then we had the Intercontinental Championship match, which surprised us, but they moved the women's match to the main card.
Yeah.
So they had to move a match from the main card to the pre-show. So we got Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin. In a very stiff match. We knew those two would be throwing haymakers at each other.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was like that great of a match. I think they were kind of like maybe shocked that they got moved to the pre-show. And then they weren't really given much time, but it was all right.
Yeah, I really feel for Dean Ambrose there because last year he's wrestling Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar doesn't talk to him, want to do anything with him.
Yeah.
This year he's put in a championship match, defending it, and then they gets moved to the pre-show.
Yeah. The good thing is for him though, he retained, so he finally gets his singles WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, that's for sure, and that was also a surprise to us as well. We thought Baron Corbin would be going over with the title.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Baron will be getting that soon, though.
Oh, yeah. Baron, not a big Baron Corbin fan like you are, but yeah, the title is definitely coming his way.
Yeah, for sure.
So then the show of shows started off. We got lots and lots of pyro, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
And then the first match of the night was AJ Styles versus Shane O'Mac, which seemed as a huge surprise to the crowd and to me and you as well.
Yeah, but they put on a hell of a match. AJ can go with the best of them. And
let me tell you, so can Shane.
Yeah, oh yeah, so can Shane, for sure. But yeah, they did a great job. I thought it was a perfect show opener.
Yeah, me too. I thought it'd be more mid-card, but after we watched the match, no, definitely that deserved to really start off the show and get the crowd going.
Yeah, and Shane McMahon tried a shooting star press.
Yeah, and he hit it.
Yeah, he hit it on the mat. Didn't hit AJ, but it was insane.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar backstage was probably getting a little cringeworthy when he saw Shane going for that.
For sure. So AJ Styles was victorious over the commissioner of SmackDown Live.
Yeah, no big surprise there because AJ is the phenomenal one and the face that runs the place. So
yeah, AJ is phenomenal, like you said. It's the perfect word for him.
Oh yeah. Then we had the United States Championship match with two Canadians.
Yeah.
Going after the belt, which I love to see because we are both Canadian, you and I.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have two better people wrestling each other, in my opinion.
Oh no.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it was great. Kevin Owens was trying to become the face of America, like he likes to say.
Yeah. Well, it was KO Mania too, right? So
it was KO Mania too.
He had to put up. He had to put up or shut up, and he did. He put up. He beat Chris Jericho in a very good match.
Yeah, it was really solid, and there was a really cool part where Kevin Owens was getting pinned. There was a 2 count, and then he puts the tip of his finger on the ropes.
Oh yeah, just tip
to get the break. So he kicks out. He gets out of it, and then him and Jericho go outside. Kevin Owens does the powerbomb on the apron, and they have made that very devastating.
Oh, God.
The hardest part of the apron, and Kevin Owens picks up the victory and is the self-proclaimed face of America.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. And I think going forward here, there's going to be a rematch for that at the upcoming Raw pay-per-view Payback.
Yeah, definitely.
And they will put on a show again. Those two, they had the best story going into Mania, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Build. It built for about a year, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then, yeah, they put on a hell of a match.
Yeah, those two are great together.
In-ring work and on the mic, there's just no.
Yeah.
There's no other.
No, those two are very, very good.
Yeah. Then we had our first women's action of the evening, the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match, which saw Bayley putting up her title against Nia Jax. Boo!
Yeah.
Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, we're not fans of Nia Jax. Like, I'm not at all, and I don't think you are at all either.
No, there was no reason to put her in that match. Even more so, she got eliminated first.
Yeah, she got eliminated first and fairly quickly. So yeah, like you said, really no point.
We got the triple threat we wanted. We just had to wait an extra 10 minutes for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But once that triple threat started, man, those three women could put on a show.
Oh yeah, they are so good together. They've worked so much that they're so they're just so good.
Charlotte Flair at the corkscrew off the top rope onto Bayley and Sasha on the outside was probably the moment of the match.
Yeah, definitely.
Charlotte, I'm a Becky Lynch fan myself, but she's the most athletic and best woman on the roster, in my opinion.
By far.
NXT or WWE.
Oh, yeah. She's one of the best athletes in general on the roster.
Yeah. So, yeah, they fought for a while, and then Sasha was eliminated.
Yeah.
And then we had Bayley and Charlotte going one-on-one. And again, those two, they put on a heck of a match, the one-on-one match, which was very, very good.
Yeah, and Bayley picks up the win, not with the Bayley to belly, with the Macho Man elbow, which was awesome.
Yeah, which was very awesome, considering she was a huge fan of Macho Man, and, they let her have the finish with the elbow, which is great.
Yeah.
And the moment at the end there where she was having a WrestleMania moment, Pyro, and she was crying in the ring, it was really good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Huge fan of Bayley. She's really good.
Yeah, no, there's great things for the women's division for years to come with those three in particular. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Next, we had the ladder match, the triple threat ladder match that turned into a fatal 4-way ladder match.
Yeah, so the New Days were the host of WrestleMania. So once everybody does their entrance, they come out saying, "Oh, this triple threat is now a fatal 4-way. Who is going to be the next team?" So we all thought we were getting trolled, of course.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
The Hardy's music hits, and the biggest pop almost in WrestleMania history goes off.
Yes.
Thank God there was no roof on that place, or it would have blown off.
Exactly. I think that was my moment of the night. It was just so crazy. We thought
I was speechless.
Yeah, exactly. We thought they might come back, but we didn't know they would come back then.
Yeah, because they still had independent dates, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that was insane. The Hardys are back, better than ever.
Man, Jeff Hardy, I tell you, the day he left WWE and when I saw him on Sunday, it looked the exact same.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah, Matt Hardy got a little insane while he was gone, and
he got a little broken.
Yeah, like Michael Cole said, things are about to get broken in here, and it was great. The Hardys win the Raw Tag Team titles.
Yeah, because Jeff Hardy does his high flying magic once again.
With a swanton bomb onto 2 people on a ladder.
Yeah, insane. And then Matt's in the ring, just grabs the titles, and yeah, like you said, the Hardys are the new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Oh, that was awesome. I got goosebumps just thinking about the pop and the music.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and then we had, after that great tag match, we had another tag match, but it was a mixed tag match between Nikki Bella and John Cena versus The Miz and Maurice. Now, in my opinion, I am a huge John Cena fan, so all you haters out there, what's up? My opinion, John Cena deserved a bigger match at WrestleMania, other than The Miz, because I am also not a huge Miz fan. But, you know what? And Maurice never could wrestle, never will wrestle like Nikki Bella can. But I'll tell you one thing, the build-up for this match on SmackDown was pretty damn great, with The Miz and Maurice dressing up like Nikki and John on Total Bella's BS.
Yeah,
and then John Cena's promo on the Go Home show on SmackDown that just made Miz pretty much look like a fool was great. So going into the match, you were excited for it because of the build-up. But in my opinion, John Cena deserved a better match at WrestleMania. And then at the end, of course, we saw him propose to Nikki finally, which was a great WrestleMania moment for him. Yeah,
I think he was given that match or asked for that match just so he could propose. So that was probably made the most sense to face Miz and Maurice.
Oh yeah, considering what happened at the end.
But yeah,
the way the match was built up, you kind of, if he did propose, it was kind of like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, it's great for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it was what it was, right? It was a 9-minute match.
Yeah.
It got John Cena on the card. It got Miz on the card.
It did what it wanted to do, and that was have John Cena propose to Nikki Bella.
And get his WrestleMania moment.
And she did say yes.
Yeah, I was worried she'd say no there and just go full heel on us and slap him and leave the ring.
That would be hilarious. That would have been better.
Yeah. All right, so now we move on to the longest match of the night and my favorite match, the Triple H Seth Rollins match. It was my favorite match of the night because Seth Rollins was able to do Seth Rollins things.
Yeah.
He wasn't limited by his knee injury or his kayfabe knee injury. But yeah, the entrances with Triple H coming in on the motorcycle with Stephanie on his back looking very, very good. With the Orlando Police showing them, that was great. And then Seth wearing the all gold. And then the two of them are both really good workers, so they just put on a hell of a match.
Yeah, and for Seth's entrance, he had previously said, I'm going to burn the whole place down, so he comes out with a torch.
Yeah, he did. He metaphorically burned the whole place down.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, it was a hell of a match. I would say that was my favorite match as well. It was nice. Yeah, it was nice to see Seth at WrestleMania.
Yeah, there was a year coming for that match.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it was nice to see him do things that he's good at doing.
The only thing that we're both a little disappointed about is he didn't win with the curb stomp.
Yeah, That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing, but I think he wanted to use the pedigree for the last time on Triple H. And
let me ask you. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I think this is the end of the pedigree for Seth. He just wanted to use it on Triple H, use Triple H's own finisher to beat him, and then I hope he goes back to the curb stomp. I don't think he will, but I really hope he does because it's an amazing move.
Yes, he does a great job with it for sure. And Stephanie, she's a big man, so she wanted to compete with her brother, and she went through her table.
Yeah. Yep. So she's out for a little while now.
Going through a table will do that to a person. I'd say last year, though, when she took that spear, it must have hurt way more than going through that table because she took a hell of a spear last year in Dallas.
Yeah. Roman has a very powerful spear.
Yes, he likes to break McMahon's in half with his spear, we've seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So next, we have the Randy Orton-Bray Wyatt match for the WWE Championship. Boy, let me tell you, that match was weird.
Yeah. I will say, so Triple H and Seth was your favorite match. This one, it was very disappointing for me. Because I really like Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt gets the powers of Sister Abigail, and then he takes one RKO in the ring.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a big Bray Wyatt fan. I'm not one of those Firefly holders like you are. But yeah, the maggots and the worms that were showing up on the canvas through the projector. Bray, all makings were showing that Bray was going to win that match.
Yeah, I thought he should have.
Yeah. Yeah, he hits he has the Sister Abigail. He does all his moves. He goes for the pin. Randy kicks out. Randy hits one RKO, as you said, waits for a minute, and then covers him and gets the 1-2-3 clean.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. Yeah,
Bray Wyatt's first pay-per-view defense of his title, he loses it.
Yep. This match was just weird. The whole canvas stuff. It was kind of creepy, but
looked cool.
It looked cool, but it was just weird. And Bray Wyatt cannot win at WrestleMania.
Cannot win, period, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're basically right. So Randy Orton is the new WWE champion.
So, are you going for that's the worst match of the night? Or are you most disappointed?
It's most disappointing.
Yeah.
What could be the same as the worst? I don't know. It's definitely the most disappointing for sure for me.
Next, we had the Universal Championship match between Brock and Goldberg. Let me tell you, those two were murdering each other, and they made up for WrestleMania 20, in my opinion.
Yeah, they went all out. Goldberg went to Suplex City 10 times.
Man, during the beginning of the match when we were watching, Brock hit, 3 or 4 suplexes in a row.
Yeah.
And then he was up celebrating, and then you just see Goldberg come out of nowhere and just spear Brock, and man.
That was hilarious.
Me and you it was hilarious as we were laughing, but then I look at you and I'm like, well, there's no way Goldberg could lose.
No.
He just took 4 suplexes, got up, and then speared Brock, and then again, took Brock to the outside, speared him through the barricade. No pun intended. And, they're good. All things were looking good for Goldberg, but then Brock hit about 6 or 7 more suplexes in F5 and pinned Goldberg for about 5 minutes and is the new Universal Champion.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about that, but, it was probably, it was Goldberg's and Brock's best match in a while.
Together.
Yeah, together.
Definitely together.
It was quick, but
it was the right amount of length, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was the perfect length, exactly, and it was longer than both of their usual matches, and I thought it did what it needed to do.
Yeah, and you have to look at the time that we were at in the show, too. So a nice quick match like that really got the crowd energized and really did good for the final bit of the show.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, we had another quick match, which was the six-pack women challenge for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, with Naomi winning back the title in her hometown of Orlando, which is a big surprise because usually the WWE does not book people to do well in their hometowns.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted Alexa Bliss to keep the title because it would make her even more dominant.
Man, that 5 foot whatever is a very scary woman, I'll tell you. She's small but mighty.
Yeah.
And another thing, sorry, go ahead.
She was a good champion.
She was a good heel champion, yeah.
Yeah,
good
good heel champion. I'm a really big fan of Alexa, so obviously I wanted her to win. But
yeah, as I did with Becky Lynch, I am a number one Becky Lynch fan. I was a little off by her ring attire that night. I don't really know what she was going for there.
Yeah, that was weird.
Same with Mickie James coming in with whatever she was wearing.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure what they were doing there. But going into that match, not one person looked like they were going to for sure win, which I liked. Like all 6 women had a chance of leaving the WrestleMania with the Women's Championship.
Yeah, that's the good thing about SmackDown is you never really know who's going to win.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And so it was a really quick match, but it was really like they went all out. So.
Oh yeah, they had some great spots. The Natty with the double sharpshooter.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and yeah, for sure. Naomi pinning Alexa for the championship.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. But no, it's good. It's good for Naomi. She never really should have lost the title, so it was good for her to get it back.
Yeah, exactly. So then we have the main event of the evening. But before that started, good old JR came out to announce the main event with Michael Cole and JBL, which I love to see due to the fact that JR was going through some tough times right now, and it was really good to hear his voice.
Yeah, it's just awesome to have JR back.
Yeah. So then we had Roman and The Undertaker. I'll let you go ahead with that one.
Yeah. So I'm a bigger fan of Roman than I think most people. I thought it was pretty good considering The Undertaker kind of needs hip replacement surgery. I'm pretty sure on like both hips.
You could tell during the match for sure that he needed something done.
Yeah. So it was that was probably the best they could do.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a good match. Undertaker took a lot of hard bumps, like that spear into the table.
Oh yeah.
And he held his own as much as he could for the age that he is. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not a big Roman Reigns supporter, but you know, I'm sad the Undertaker lost, and I don't really care that Roman beat him because somebody had to beat him. And as a wrestling fan, that you know, it'll do good for Roman's character that he beat the Undertaker. But you know, it was really tough watching the Undertaker walk out there. I'll be a man enough to admit that I shed a couple tears because I've been a wrestling fan for a long time, and I've watched a lot of Undertaker matches, and it was just sad to see one of the greatest of all time last match and go out like that.
Yeah, and when the match was over, he took off his hat.
Well, he put on his hat.
Yeah,
put all his gear on.
Put everything back on, but then took off his hat, took off his jacket, and took off his gloves, and just left them in the ring. And it looks like it's the end of the Undertaker.
Yeah, and I saw a photo of that. That stuff was still in the ring when the fans were gone. Nobody was left in the arena except for the takedown crew, and the stuff was still in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, it just the Undertaker. He's been around for forever.
Yeah, the Undertaker is one of those names that you could say to a non-wrestling fan, and they know who he is.
Yeah.
If there's a Mount Rushmore of the best wrestlers, best entertainers, best workers of all time, he'd be on it for sure. It's just tough to see him go.
Yeah. And I think with Roman beating him, I would say that Undertaker probably had a say in like.
He did.
Yeah, with Roman beating him because he's old school.
He went out on his back, that's for sure, like a true old school wrestler would.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I just like to take the time to say thank you, Taker, and good luck, Mark Calloway, with the rest of your life with your family.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was WrestleMania 33. All in all, I thought it was probably one of the better WrestleManias I've watched live. It was better than last year's.
Oh, yeah.
At the same length. It was about the same length as last year's, but it didn't seem like as long as last year's.
Yeah, it went by pretty quick. It was like 7.5 hours, which is pretty crazy. But I thought it was good.
Oh yeah, no, very very good WrestleMania.
Yeah, there was no bad match on the card. I would say like the worst match was at least average.
Yeah, for sure.
Which makes it a good WrestleMania.
Yeah, great card. Even it was a great card before you even started watching the show. Just from top to bottom, just great workers and great matches.
Yep, definitely.
So now we move right on to the next night. Still in Orlando, we got Monday Night Raw. Opening up with they show the highlight package of the Roman Undertaker match, and then they just opened up to the rain with nobody in it, and just the crowd taking control like they usually do on the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah, at first they just chant "Thank you, Taker" for a good.
Yeah, "Thank you, Taker" turns into Undertaker chants.
Yeah, for a while there, and then Roman Reigns' music hits.
Oh no! Before that, they start booing Roman before he even comes out.
Right. Yeah.
Which is a pretty unprecedented event. My opinion that Roman Reigns gets booed before he even his music even hits.
Yeah, that was insane.
And they're using some profound language towards Roman.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, then you hear the biggest boo of all time when his music hits.
It was at least 10 minutes straight of all boos. Roman's just standing there. At one point, he says, "I have them in the palm of my hands," or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, he mouths it because he can't. If he goes to raise that mic to his mouth, the boos just get louder.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like at least 10 minutes of boos. It was. People despise Roman Reigns. It's crazy.
And I am one of them.
Yes, you are. But
10 minutes of boos, followed by the shortest Roman promo of all time, where all he says is, "I'm the top dog now."
No, this is my yard now.
Whatever you said.
Yeah, this is my yard now, which was great.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Roman. It's not your yard.
But it was
one of the best opening segments, in my opinion, just due to the fact that nobody was in the ring and the crowd was just going bananas.
Yeah.
You know what? They were cheering and booing people that weren't there.
I know. It was nuts.
Yeah, no, it was great. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a crazy segment, and Roman Reigns is a good guy, apparently.
Is he? I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either, but they want us to think he is, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'll have to see where that goes in the weeks to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know what? After one of the greatest segments, we had one of the greatest debuts on Raw in a while from the top guys that wrestled on Saturday night, the Revival. And you know what? This was really well deserved.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I loved it. Goosebumps.
Yeah, the Revival, like they like to call themselves, the top guys, they really are the top guys. They put on great matches all the time. They're like your classic throwback tag team.
Oh yeah, they're old school. No flips, just fists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that was a perfect debut. I'm glad they're on the main roster now.
And against the New Day, nonetheless, having an open challenge.
Yeah, and so they beat the New Day, and then they grab Kofi and take out his knee. Because everybody was cheering for the Revival, and then they injure Kofi and they get boos. They are very good at what they do.
Yeah, no, they need to come up and get boos, but just since how much they're loved on NXT, they got the huge pop.
Yeah.
But no, they put on a great match with the New Day, and then at the end there when they injured his knees like typical revival fashion, it was great.
Oh yeah.
And we had another tag team match of the Hardys versus the Club. I can't believe I just said.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the Hardys are up here. They're going to be having dream matches left, right, and center.
Yeah. The Hardys retained the titles, obviously, because they're the Hardys.
There was a rematch for the titles. Sorry.
Yeah. And the Hardys they're just amazing. It's awesome that they're back. And
and they really could go toe to toe with the Club, which is a new and upcoming tag team. Well, not new and upcoming, but they're younger than the Hardys.
Yeah, new and upcoming for WWE, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And then a little later, we found out who the first challengers would be. The number one contenders. There was a match later in the night, and it's Cesaro and Sheamus.
Which I'm very happy about. Cesaro and Sheamus have completely sold me on their tag team.
Oh, me too.
I was a little iffy to begin with, but them as a tag team is just great stuff. Yeah. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, they're two singles guys, so tag teams don't always work out. But Cesaro is one of the best wrestlers, and Sheamus has really changed.
Really picked up his game.
Yeah, really picked up his game and really changed a lot of people's opinions of him.
Yes, he's becoming a really top babyface now.
Yeah, it's crazy. But no, they're doing great work. They deserve to be the number one contenders for sure.
Yeah, the Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardys is probably going to be the first pay-per-view match for the Hardys.
Yeah.
After WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it'll be a great match.
Definitely.
Yeah. And of course, Cesaro and Sheamus beat Enzo and Cass.
Yeah. Not many people really care about Enzo and Cass that much anymore. We don't really have a reason to. Yeah,
I completely agree. They've kind of lost my attention.
Me too.
Because they go in the ring, Enzo talks smack, then they lose.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they lost to friggin' Primo and Epico like 3 or 4 months back.
Yeah, I think
a breakup is going to be happening soon.
Either a breakup or they move to SmackDown.
And they need to win the titles. I'll tell you, before we were saying they don't need titles, but man, they need titles.
They need titles.
The business is all about winning championships, and they have not won championships since even back in their NXT days.
Yeah, we have no reason really to cheer for them.
No, they haven't put up anything. They've just done a lot of talking.
Nope. Yeah. All talk, no walk.
No walk. Yeah, and you can teach that. Anyway, speaking of funny, next we were introduced to the new Raw GM.
Yeah.
Who was not? It wasn't Teddy Long, unfortunately, man.
I know.
Yeah, no, but Mr. Three Eyes himself, Kurt Angle, is new Raw GM.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. He's going to do a hell of a job. And he's a GM now, finally, that, unlike Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan, can still get in the ring and kick the crap out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if somebody gets in his face, a Enzo or a Cass, he can just look at them and say, buddy, I can take you right now if I wanted to.
Yeah, Kurt Angle's a perfect GM. He is freaking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, he is hilarious. That's not how you spell soft.
Yeah, it's so good. It's awesome that Kurt Angle is back home, back where he belongs.
Yeah. Do you think this him being the GM leads to a match in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. Probably next year. Next year at WrestleMania, but
really, you're not saying SummerSlam?
It could happen at SummerSlam.
Yeah, it could. It definitely could.
It definitely could.
You're thinking more in the future, eh?
Yeah, because I think if they just want him to have one match, then WrestleMania is the place to do it. But I could see him at SummerSlam for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Then we had Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman in the ring. Well, Paul was doing all the talking. Brock was just smiling, looking huge.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about Brock's next appointment being Roman Reigns. Lots of booze there. Then, by surprise, we get Braun Strowman coming.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Doing a little face-to-face with Brock there.
Yeah, Braun is massive. He did say, though, I think after I'm done with Roman.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be getting another Roman Braun match.
Yeah. So probably no Brock at Payback, but
well, he's on the promotional floor, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like we're gonna get Braun and Roman again. It would be awesome if Braun Strowman won that and then faced Brock.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. But then. We're just wrestling fans, but then we go back and say, well, but Braun beat Roman, but Roman beat The Undertaker.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I liked the segment, though. They made Brock look really tough, and Braun back down, and the fans really went on him for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, we had a return of one of your favorite superstars.
This was the best moment of the night. I don't care what anybody says.
The long-awaited return of Emma.
Yeah, Emma. Emma is amazing. I don't care what anybody says. She came out when she stood on the announce table and yelled, "This is all about me." Emma is awesome. I'm glad she's back, really, because they kept delaying it, and it was really annoying. She's been healthy for
the women's division needed Emma back.
Definitely, and I think she's been healthy for at least 4 months or something.
At least, yeah, that's for sure.
So she's finally back. It's awesome. Emma was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed the segment when she was up on the announce table, and Byron Saxton was afraid to look up while you see the two other announcers looking straight up right at her.
Yeah, Byron's just afraid of women or something.
He's afraid of women in general. Yeah, so that was excellent to see Emma, and she made it all about her in the match as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another return we had that night was in the main event, and that was the return of the long-awaited Finn Balor.
Yeah, that was so Finn returned because there's a tag team match set up of Seth and Chris Jericho against Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens took out Chris Jericho. So Kurt Angle said, "I will find you a partner," and boy did he ever.
Yeah, it was either going to be Finn or Shinsuke Nakamura, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And it turned out to be Finn, who had already returned before WrestleMania at a couple house shows, one that we were at to be in Toronto, which was awesome. But no, yeah, Finn looked like he never lost a step in that match. He hit all his moves, and he looked awesome.
Yeah, and he picked up the victory, so it was perfect.
Yeah, so Raw ended with Finn Balor and Seth Rollins on top, which was a little interesting due to the fact that Seth was the one that injured Finn.
Yeah, it was weird, but the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Something like that. So anyway, Raw went off the air, and for those of you who have the WWE Network, you switched on to Raw Talk, and they were still showing the arena with Finn and Seth leaving and celebrating their victory, and then Mr. Goldberg's music hit as a little bit of a surprise that he was coming down to the ring to deliver a straight from the heart, no scripted promo.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I like that he mentioned a few times that this is coming straight from me, so I wouldn't mind you guys to shut up and just listen to me what I have to say.
Yeah, because the fans were booing at first because they like to take over the show. But yeah, then he said, "This is coming from the heart. Please shut up for a minute."
Yeah, I'm talking to my son and my wife here, guys. Shut up.
Yeah, so they
no more beach ball mania bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. So then they cheered him.
Yeah, because it was Bill Goldberg the man, not Bill Goldberg the wrestler.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, he delivered a nice. It seemed like he was really talking to his wife and his son, which he which he was, and then got his son in the ring, who really fell hard over the barricade. Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. That was tough.
That's something I'd do if I ever tried to go over a barricade. I'd freaking fall.
Yeah. Don't jump over there, child.
Let the security help you over.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a great moment. It was really emotional. He said goodbye, but then he picked up the microphone and said, "Never say never." So that was a great little finish there.
Oh yeah. So this could be the end of Goldberg, but I have a feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, we never know in the wrestling business, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Many people retired and came back, so.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, yeah. Plenty of people retire. They always come back.
Yeah. Yeah. The payday is too hard to turn down.
There's no true retirement.
No. There's no true retiring. And we'll talk about this actually after SmackDown Live, the Superstar Shakeup. Yeah. So we'll go straight into SmackDown Live, which started off with a promo with Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Weird as always.
Yeah.
And Bray Wyatt talking about this some sort of House of Horrors match.
Yeah.
So are they going to be wrestling in a haunted house, or what's the dealio here?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be weird, as always.
Yeah.
No idea what it is. Bray Wyatt's going to lose.
His own match.
His own match. And Randy's going to move on to someone else.
Yeah, that seems to be the plan.
That's really
keep Randy as champion for a while.
Yeah, that's really the gist of it. I think either against AJ Styles or someone we're going to mention a little bit later.
Yeah, we also got to see the return of Eric Rowan with a new sheet mask.
Yeah, the sheet mask was cool. I really wish.
Yeah.
I really wish, though, that Bray Wyatt would just be on his own.
Yeah, because he can't win by himself. He can't lose with help. He can't win with,
Yeah, it's just, put Bray Wyatt by himself. He doesn't need Eric Rowan, especially Eric Rowan. He's like...
Yeah, the worst.
The worst Wyatt.
Yeah. He's the worst Wyatt.
I think Sister Abigail is even better.
Yeah, and we have not yet seen her yet, which I thought we were going to.
I know.
When the lights went out, I think it was on SmackDown, and then they came on. He was in his chair. I thought Abigail was going to be in the ring.
Yeah, I know. That would have been amazing, but they kind of hate Bray Wyatt for some reason.
All right, so we have a couple of debuts on SmackDown Live as well. The first one, man, this debut was just a perfect 10, don't you think?
It was. Yeah, so Kurt Hawkins comes out. It says, "I'm going to issue an open challenge. You have to the count of 10."
And then right away his music hits. No dramatic pause or anything.
No, you just hear 10.
Yeah. And then we got Greg Hamilton, who used to be the NXT ring announcer, just saying he is the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
So deserving.
Yeah, he's one of the most deserving call-ups. Yes, I agree.
He's been, he's been in the company since, 2006? But,
yeah.
And so he was in FCW, NXT.
He'd job all the time.
Yeah, a little bit of...
Used as an extra.
Yeah, and then he finally gets his due. He finally gets called up. SmackDown's the perfect place for Ty Dillinger. Future Intercontinental Champion, you think?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
Or future United States Champion.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But then we had the biggest debut that we've been waiting for since after NXT on Saturday night, and that was Shinsuke Nakamura. Debuted during the Miz and Maurice segment in the middle of the ring. He just showed up to tell people he was there. Didn't say one word. His violinist did all the talking, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome. Just the crowd was going nuts. It just shut the Miz and Maurice up. Basically, is what it did.
It was the perfect debut.
Yeah. Didn't say a word.
Shinsuke is part entrance, part charisma, and then his work in the ring, obviously. But it was a great debut. Just to say, I'm here. I'm gonna knee all of you in the head.
Yeah, even if he starts, I think he'll be starting his first feud with The Miz, which is a perfect start.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll put on some pretty entertaining matches, and The Miz, even though I don't like him, he'll say some pretty funny things about Shinsuke.
Definitely.
So that's basically what I got from SmackDown Live. I didn't see much other than that. Is there anything you want to bring up about SmackDown Live?
That was the gist of it. They're just like Naomi had a title match against Alexa, but she retained. So
yeah,
they're both going to be moving on to someone else. But no, that was the gist of SmackDown.
Yeah, and nothing really big happened on Talking Smack either.
No.
Other than during SmackDown, AJ shaking Shane's hand, which was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, he said he wanted to stay on SmackDown, and he kind of teased a little bit of a face turn, but you never know with AJ.
And his T-shirt is red right now.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Oh,
I
will say though, one thing on Talking Smack. Near the end of it, the Usos came in.
Oh yes, and they made a tag team match for next week.
Yeah, so if they're both still there, the Usos against American Alpha.
Yes, and that'll be a rematch for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. You said if they're still there. So on Raw, Vince McMahon came out and said they're going to shake things up a little bit. And there's going to be a superstar shakeup next week between Raw and SmackDown. And people are going to be switching brands. It won't be a draft, I don't assume, because we're not going to switch everybody. But it'll probably be like a trade format, in my opinion.
There will be trades for sure.
Yeah, so I'll let you start. Who do you think is going to SmackDown from Raw?
Sami Zayn.
I agree. That's the first name that probably pops into a lot of your heads. Sami said on Raw that he loved being on Raw and that he needs to be on Raw, but really he needs to be on SmackDown.
He needs to be on SmackDown.
But Sami Zayn on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the main name. Any other names that come to your head right away?
Going to SmackDown, either Enzo and Cass or the New Day.
Ooh, the New Day. The New Day on SmackDown I'd like to see.
Yeah.
Enzo Cass, yes. But New Day, that'd be interesting.
New Day on SmackDown. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, that's a good pick. One of my sleeper picks to SmackDown would be Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
And I think she gets traded for like a male superstar.
Interesting.
Yeah, because she needs to go over there with like Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Alexa, and Mickey James. Yeah. Maybe they trade Natty too to Raw.
Yeah.
I think Sasha Banks needs to go to SmackDown with Becky, Mickey, Naomi, and Mickey James.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
Yeah. And
it looks like, so we don't really know all the details, but it looks like champions can be traded.
Yeah, I've heard that, but that's just dumb.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that there are SmackDown Tag Team Championships and the SmackDown Women's Championship. The only belt that really could get traded is the WWE, the US, and the Intercontinental.
Yeah, that's weird.
I could see US and Intercontinental switching.
That'd be weird. I think champions are probably off limits. We just haven't heard because we don't know all the details. But I think champions are off limits.
And I can't see Kevin Owens or Chris Jericho getting traded just due to the fact that their matches already been made.
Yeah.
It could happen, like it happened before SummerSlam with Brock and Randy.
Yeah, and same with Dean Ambrose. I don't see him going to Raw.
No, because then you'd have all three Shield members.
Yeah, exactly. There. Speaking of the Shield, what do you think about either Roman or Seth going to SmackDown?
I'd say Seth.
Seth? Yeah, I think Seth would be great on SmackDown.
We need a Seth Rollins AJ Styles match.
Yeah. We absolutely do.
Yeah, Roman stays on Raw and fights for the Universal Championship, and has to be on the top show because he's the top guy, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. So, what about anything else? Predictions for the women? Any women change-ups other than the one I predicted?
I could actually see Alexa moving to Raw.
Yeah, she'd fit in good there.
Yeah, I can see her moving to Raw just because she's kind of faced everybody on SmackDown already.
Yeah.
I can see her moving to Raw.
Yeah, for sure. What about, we said tag teams, they won't do anything with the cruiserweights. Yeah.
And
that'll be interesting to see.
I could actually see, like, even though she just returned on Raw, I could see Emma going to SmackDown. I think she's perfect for SmackDown.
I agree, and I could see Shinsuke Nakamura going to Raw as well.
Yeah, I could.
Or Revival going to SmackDown.
That Revival should be on SmackDown. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see them, but I feel like because they just debuted.
Yeah, it'd be pointless, but hey. WWE's done some pretty stupid stuff before. So.
That's true.
Okay, so anything else you want to mention about the Superstar Shakeup?
No, that looks like it's it. It's gonna be on Monday.
Yeah, on Raw.
On Raw, so yeah, that's it for the Superstar Shakeup. I'm looking forward.
We're both really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
All right, so after SmackDown, we had 205 Live. Not much to speak about that because it's only on for about 45 minutes to 50 minutes. We saw the debut of an NXT superstar on 205 Live, the man they like to call Oney Lorcan.
Yeah, one of my favorites, Oney Lorcan.
Yeah, Oney Lorcan. I'm glad. I hope he stays up on 205 Live. I hope it just wasn't a one-off.
Yeah, Oney Lorcan is awesome. He's really stiff, so he's not like your usual cruiserweight.
No, exactly. He's a lot like Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, exactly. Oney Lorcan, that's awesome that he got called up to 205 Live.
Yeah, and then we had the Fatal 4-Way at the end between Austin Aries, Jack Gallagher, T.J. Perkins, and Mustafa Ali for the number one contendership of Neville's Cruiserweight title, and we saw Austin Aries coming out on top again.
Yeah. Not surprising, but also kind of surprising because he just lost.
Yeah, I thought Mustafa Ali was winning that match.
Yeah, that would have made sense for sure.
Yeah, but it was either going to be Mustafa or Austin Aries. Like Gallagher, T.J. Perkins kind of just go away for a while.
Yeah.
We also heard Rich Swann finally say that he has been the one giving the gifts to Alicia Fox, not Noam Dar. But other than that, 205 did what it did, was it waste my time before talking smack.
Yeah.
But anyway, last night, Wednesday night, we're recording this on Thursday, was NXT from Orlando Amway Center. And all I've really got notes on here is Heavy Machinery's tag team match and how impressive they are to me.
Yeah, they're awesome. Big Hoss tag team. It's great.
Yeah, they're a couple of big hosses, that's for sure.
And then one of my favorites.
I'm still talking about Heavy Machinery here.
Sorry.
Just slow down. We're gonna get to it. No, I see Heavy Machinery doing very big things. No pun intended there. On NXT, they're probably the next tag team champions.
Yeah.
They just need to get more matches, get more build, cut some promos, and they're definitely the next NXT tag champs in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we head to the main event, where again, oddly enough, Oney Lorcan is going to be facing a mysterious superstar.
Yeah. So this man goes by the name of El Vagabundo.
Al
Vagabundo, sorry.
A luchador, apparently.
Yeah, a luchador that just so happens to come out with a guitar with the same outfit as Elias Sampson. It was a little weird.
Who was fired 2 weeks prior.
So, he comes out, they have their match, and his mask comes off.
Yeah, and look at that, it's Elias Sampson, and he comes flying out of the ring, and he tries to get back in the ring, but one women's security guard comes up and pulls him by the hair and drags him to the back while he's kicking and screaming like a little girl, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that's just all terrible.
Yeah, it's just not looking good for Elias Sampson right now. They don't know what to do with him. They fired him, but yet they didn't fire him. They brought him back in a mask when everybody clearly knew it was him, except for Nigel McGuinness, who knew everything about El Vagabundo, apparently.
Yep.
And then, NXT ends with just Oney Lorcan standing in the ring going like, bruh. So, yeah, it wasn't very strong. NXT was just pretty much replays from TakeOver Orlando, building up stuff. But, yeah, next week NXT should be a lot better.
Oh, yeah. Next week will be the debut, or I guess re-debut, of Drew McIntyre.
Yes, looking good there. That should be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's the end of all of our wrestling shows for the week. It was quite a long week for wrestling. I know I'm pretty drained out from watching it. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot.
Yeah, and we have some. There's some news. There's some news in the WWE world. The release of Simon Gotch from the tag team, the Vaudevillains, or the Vaudevillians, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
And there's no more Simon Gotch in the WWE, and like they like to say, I wish him best on his future endeavors.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't really see the Vaudevillains that much anyway, so.
Oh, exactly. Now, other news is that Jim Ross signed a 2-year deal back with the WWE, which is very, very exciting.
Oh, yeah. It's great to have JR back.
Yeah, I'm sure next week during the Superstar Shakeup, he's going to be involved somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so great to have JR back. And I'm very excited to see where he'll be calling matches or what he'll be doing exactly with the WWE for the next 2 years.
It's great to have him back where he belongs.
Yeah, exactly. So next we have a segment we like to call 5 Count, which has to do with you have a 5 count to break the hold or you're disqualified. We're basically just going to spew off some statements where we think WWE should be doing or where they should go or what exactly should be going on in the WWE world. And we'll start off with number 5 with Sudds.
So, apparently at WrestleMania, there's supposed to be a cruiserweight 6-man tag, but it was canceled. So really, why did they cancel it, and do they really care about the cruiserweights?
Yeah, I agree. They're in a dull spot right now.
Yeah.
And number 4, mine is release 8 in English. You just released Simon Gotch, so just get rid of both Vaudevillains. You don't need them. They're one of the tag teams that aren't doing anything and won't be doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, just release them. Get rid of them.
Nobody will probably even notice.
Nope.
So then next, we've got Adam Cole. Could he be going to NXT or possibly even the main roster?
Yeah, you showed me a tweet the other day of him saying goodbye. Like the final chapter in his indie career sort of thing.
Yeah, it looked like he was moving on to new things, but we don't quite know where that would be next, but I think NXT would be the perfect place for Adam Cole.
Yeah, they could really use him right now.
Yeah.
He just make the brand perfect again.
Oh, yeah.
And then, number 2, I have Seth versus Samoa Joe at the upcoming Payback pay-per-view. Due to the fact that it's called Payback, Samoa Joe entered Seth's knee, so it'd just be a perfect match between the two of them.
Yep, totally agree with that one.
Yeah.
So then, the next that I have here is, does the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal actually matter? Because, so the first winner was Cesaro. Didn't really do much after. The next was the Big Show. It made sense that he would win, but didn't really do much after. The next is Baron Corbin. He won it last year. He's done very well, but they still don't want to put a title on him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then this year is Mojo Rawley, who I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't actually take seriously or as a threat.
Yeah, he might have a couple Intercontinental Championship matches in the future.
So I just don't know if the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal actually matters or what.
It gets people on the card. It's an easy way to get people on the card.
Oh, it does, for sure. But winning it should actually mean something.
Yeah, like they should have a match later on in Mania for something or something.
Yeah, like whoever wins gets like a mid-card title match or something.
Yeah, like, yes, Andre the Giant was one of the best wrestlers of all time. First ballot, first ever Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
It's great to have a memorial match for him and a trophy, but, make it mean something.
Exactly.
It's WWE. Everything has to mean something.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's it for our segment called 5 Count. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing it weekly on the podcast.
Yeah. So next, another weekly thing is our match of the week.
Yes. So watch on the network or YouTube.
So this week I'm picking. So in honor of Brock Lesnar becoming champion, I got SummerSlam 2002 against The Rock, where Brock Lesnar is in a title match against The Rock, as I said.
Okay, perfect. So check that out, guys. And next week I'll be giving my evaluation on the match Sudds picked. And let us know on Twitter by following our account, our podcast account at capital B, capital T, capital B Wrestling Pod. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Good first pick, Sudds. I think the fans will really like it.
Awesome.
All right, so moving on. Moving on, we have a segment that we like to call has to do with what's bothering me in the WWE world. We're calling it right now. What's got Cam hot? Not like hot in the sexual way, hot as in pissed off way. So this week I am going to be starting off with the fucking CM Punk chants that go on during WWE events. I was a huge CM Punk. I was a CM Punk fan when he was in the WWE. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm against CM Punk, but he is no longer there. He quit. He was not fired. He quit. He won't be coming back. Hate to tell it to you guys, but he will not be coming back to the WWE anytime soon. He quit. They did not fire him. So stop trying to screw people up in the ring by yelling CM Punk at the top of your lungs. Because it doesn't do anything. It makes the show go on longer. You're just trying to take over the show. I don't care if you guys hate me for it, but, it really pisses me off when I hear the CM Punk chant when the guy's not even in the company anymore. So just don't do it. I hate hearing it. I am not a guy that will ever cheer for CM Punk unless he's there, unless he's in the ring. So I'm one of the people that is firmly against the CM Punk chants. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's what's got Cam hot this week, and I totally agree.
Yeah. So, that's our show for the week. Went a little long just due to the fact of all the shows we had to cover. So if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, I am at Cam Burnett, capital C, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital B. And then you can follow Sudds at
Sudds BTB behind the
and you can also follow our show account at, again, capital B, capital T, capital B Wrestling Pod. And also we will be releasing this show on our YouTube channel, which is called BTB Wrestling Pod. And, hope to see you guys next week. Again, thank you very much for listening to our debut show. Hope we didn't do too bad. And, don't be afraid to interact with us on Twitter or YouTube. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for listening. And if you remember one thing from this week, let that be to never go to the top rope.